Hey everyone, it's DALJI IMARA and I'm here to show you my absolute favorite Real Technique brushes. So like anybody else in the makeup world, we all know that Real Techniques got some of the best affordable brushes on the market, and I happen to be using these particular ones pretty much every single makeup application I do on myself or even on my makeup clients, because I'm also a makeup artist. So if you guys are interested in seeing my top favorite makeup brushes from Real Techniques and why I use them, then you gotta keep watching this video. So let's jump right into it. Okay, so the first brush is called the contour brush. I believe this is called that. This is the contour brush by Sam and Nick Chapman. So this brush, well, first of all, they're all extremely soft. This is a contour brush and it's angled just like this. I absolutely love this brush. This one, I absolutely love it for buffing out contour. It does it so much better than a blending sponge compared to me. So when I'm doing my face contour, like all around the side, you know, the sides of my cheeks and around my forehead, I love to use this because it buffs it out so beautiful and so natural, and it just makes it look so like clean. Like I love the way this looks, and it's so soft, it's so easy to do it. When I use this, I use a very light hand because this brush is like, I don't know, the way it's angled, you don't really need to be just digging in your skin, because it just, I don't know, this brush just takes the way my contour looks to a whole different level versus if I was to use a blending sponge or just a stippling brush. I just love the way this looks when I contour my face. So the contour brush by Sam and Nick Chapman, this is my absolute favorite for contouring. This is the bomb. So if you were in the market, you know, looking for a contour brush, the Real Techniques one, this is bomb. I'm pretty sure I got this from Walmart. I don't think I've ever bought any Real Techniques brushes online. I think they have this at Ulta as well, but I think I buy all my Real Technique brushes at Walmart. So this contour brush, A1, get it. Another one I like is this foundation brush. I got this one from Ulta, now that I remember. It doesn't have a label on it. I don't think it ever did. It doesn't look like anything rubs off of it, but this is the best. I particularly love to blend my foundation out with makeup brush, with a beauty blender, but when I use a brush, this is the one that's gonna have my foundation looking flawless. I don't know, the way they just made this brush, you wouldn't think that it would be like as precise for foundation, but it makes it look so bomb. And I think it's simply because it's angled this way, but when a brush is angled, you know, evenly, I guess when rounds, I kind of get streaks left over from the foundation on my face. But when I buffed it out with this, my foundation just looks so good. Again, because of the way it's shaped, I just like to use a light hand. I don't really need to be digging in my skin. I love the way that the brushes are angled because it's great for, you know, gripping the brush versus if it was just a straight you know, stick. But I love this for foundation. This is my favorite, absolute favorite foundation brushes. Out of all the foundation brushes I love, this is my favorite one. Even though, you know, for the most part I like to blend my foundation out with a beauty blender, when I do use a brush, this is the only one I go to. I don't even care for the other foundation brushes I have in my collection. I'm always going to use this for foundation. Always, always, always. Like I said, I got this from Ulta. I got this by itself. This didn't come with like a pack or anything. This was just a single brush. I don't remember how much it was. It was less than $20. It lasts. Some of the like the tape or whatever is coming off, but that's fine. It's not really affecting the brush. It's not coming apart or anything. So I love this brush so much. So if you're looking for a foundation brush, go ahead and get this one. So that is pretty much all for the face brushes. Now we're gonna move on to eye brushes. So my favorite one of my other favorite ones is this brush. This is called a accent brush. What I like to use for this is I like to smudge out my bottom liner on my bottom line. I like this better than the actual like round brushes that are meant for that. This one just makes it more precise, and it doesn't give me too much fallout, or it doesn't make the line underneath my my bottom line too thick. I like it to be thick enough but not too much. Like I don't like it to be super thick underneath of it, especially if I don't have a lot on my top liner. This is perfect for smudging out your bottom line. This is really small. Hopefully it'll show. There we go. You see how that looks, how small and precise. This could also be used for liner, but because it's angled, I don't think it would be the best for that. But I like to smudge out my bottom liner. I do not like to use any of my other smudging tools. I love this one. This one is very bomb. This also kind of has an angle to it, so I don't know. This is just a really good smudging brush. I don't think it's used for that. I also sometimes use it for my inner tear duct, but mainly to smudge out my bottom liner when I do bottom liner. So this is my favorite smudging brush. So if you haven't, this one definitely came in a pack. I don't think this came single by itself, so this one definitely came in a pack. So yeah, this is just a regular Real Techniques. Oh, this is also by Sam and Nick as well. So this, like I said, this is called the accent brush. So go ahead and get this. Another one of my brushes is the brow brush. Obviously it's self-explanatory. I think you can also use this to fill in your brows, but what I use for this is to clean up underneath my brows. So this is what I use to conceal. It's extremely precise because of this angle. I also do it to clean up my wing, or if I am, you know, doing my eyeshadow when some of it is too far out, I use it to clean up that. So this one is pretty much a concealer brush for me because I use it only for concealer. I'm not really a fan on how it's made simply to fill in my brows, so I like to use this to conceal. This is my absolute favorite brush to use to conceal my brows. Like I said, to clean up my eyeliner, to clean up anything that I make mistakes, I'm going to use this brow for, because the angle is perfect for that. So this is my brow brush and I absolutely love it. So everybody go out and get this one as well. Another eyeshadow brush is called the base shadow brush. Now this is used for, you know, brows, I mean not brows, but eyeshadow on the lid. But when I say this is the best thing to use for transitioning colors, for blending out transitioning colors, I only use this in the crease when I need to blend everything together. Obviously, you know, you have your big blending brush, you know, to add the transition, but when you need to blend your lid shade to your transition shade in the crease, this is absolutely perfect. No other brush I have for the crease has ever blended my eyeshadow as good as this brush. This brush, I literally use it every single day. All of these brushes, I might use them, you know, throughout the week or something like that, but this one, when I use eyeshadow, like out of all my eyeshadow brush, I use this every single day. This brush is mandatory. I need to get like 2 or 3 or more of these brushes, but this one I use every single day. This brush is so freaking bomb. Like, everybody need to go get this brush, like legit. If you are an eyeshadow person, then this is something that you just definitely need in your kit. I particularly have to wear eyeshadow when I do makeup. I don't really like to have the natural or just eyeliner. I have to have some form of eyeshadow on, and no matter what the look I'm doing, I have to have this brush to blend this out. Sometimes I blend out my outer V with it, but mainly for the crease, if you need your transition and your crease colors to blend together perfectly, you need this brush. So I have this one. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it's meant just for the base, but I like it for my crease. Like, this is perfect for my crease, perfect. So that's what that brush looks like. Kind of dirty because, like I said, I used it today because I use it every single day. So yeah, everybody need to go get this shadow brush. So go get it. I'm not playing with you. Go get this. If you use eyeshadow, I'm not playing with you. You need this brush. I'm not playing, okay? And the last brush is the, what is this called? Deluxe Crease brush. Like I said, I always use, I'm like known for using brushes that's not really meant for their purpose. Like a couple of these brushes I just mentioned, I'm not using them for the purpose they're meant for. I'm using them in my own way. But this is called the Deluxe Crease brush. What I use this for is to blend out my concealer underneath my brow. Like I said, I use this to apply it, but when I need to blend it out and buff it out, I use this brush. This stuff makes the concealer go away. I hate when people, you know, put concealer under their eyes or something to clean it up, but they didn't blend it all the way out so you can still see the concealer. This is perfect for that. I also, like, anytime I use the concealer to clean up something, I apply it with this brow brush, and then I go ahead and clean it up with this buff brush. So this is a Deluxe Crease brush. So yeah, this is what this looks like, and this one is extremely soft. They're all super soft, but this one is extremely soft for blending. It's not a harsh brow, it's not a harsh brush that's going to like take away product. It literally just buffs it within your skin. So that's why I love this brush. So this is called, once again, the Deluxe Crease brush. So you need to go get this. So yes, I love this brush as well. So that pretty much completes, you know, all of my favorite Real Technique brushes. So pretty much the point of this video was not just to show you my favorite brushes, but to recommend that you go out and buy them. All of these brushes I pretty much use weekly. Like the ones I said I use every day, I told you the ones I use every day, but every single week, pretty much every single makeup application, one of these brushes are getting used because they are all so bomb. I absolutely love these brushes so much. They are all extremely soft. I've probably had all of these a little over a year, and not once have I had any shedding. They're not stiff. They're not like I have any issues from it. From the day one I used these, I just knew that they just been bomb ever since that. The only brush, and all of these brushes I pretty much just bought randomly. I didn't really watch any videos on them, you know, to see what the good Real Technique brushes was. I always heard good thing about Real Technique brushes in general, but not these ones specifically. The only ones I heard about was this foundation brush, because when I went into it, the Ulta lady was like, when I was asking for a foundation brush, she's recommended this one. So all of these I pretty much just bought randomly just because I wanted to try Real Technique brushes, and they all worked out perfectly. Like I said, I don't really use them for the reasons that they're supposed to be, other than like these two. All of these eyeshadow brushes, I pretty much use them for my own reasoning, and they just work so perfectly. So if you guys enjoyed this video, if you want to know any more of my favorite brushes from any brands, definitely let me know. You need to go out. I will link the link to all of these brushes down below, because you need to go buy these. These are, out of all of the Real Technique brushes, these are the ones that you have to have in your kit. Like, these are the ones that are going to make or break your makeup applications, in my opinion. They make or break mine specifically, but these brushes are so bomb. Like, everybody needs to go get them, like I said. So if you guys enjoyed this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. Definitely share it with anybody you know who is on the hunt for brushes, who just likes to collect makeup, who just likes to collect brushes, who hasn't tried anything Real Techniques. So yeah, definitely go ahead and get this. Like I said, so that's pretty much it. I'm rambling right now. I don't know what else to say. I'm so excited that I'm telling you guys about these brushes because they're just so fun. Everybody needs them. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.